Sai Ram. Dear learners, welcome to Shri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes. We are doing class 8th mathematics chapter rational numbers. Today we shall be taking up part 5 of rational numbers. Till now we have done properties of rational numbers and their applications. In today's session, we will be taking up representation of rational numbers on a number line. Do you have any idea about what a number line is? Let's start from natural numbers. If we have to plot natural numbers on a number line, how are we going to do that? Let's recapitulate. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers, they start from 1. So, we'll put 1 out here. Now, if I ask you, what is the largest natural number? Will you be able to answer that? Certainly not. Why? Because whatever number you think of, how big that number might be, there will always be another natural number bigger than that. So we say that natural number will extend indefinitely on the number line. It will have the starting point, that is 1. But on the other side, that is the right hand side, it is going to extend indefinitely. Now, how do we plot it? Just keep that scale which you use to draw lines, which you have in the geometry box. Keep that in mind. On the scale, if you see, there are various divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is in centimeters. So, we'll try to make something like that. You don't have to necessarily make 1 centimeter. All you have to keep in mind is that keep the points equidistant. Initial point we have marked 1. The next point will be 2. Now whatever is the distance between these 2 points, 1 and 2, same should be the distance that you will be marking on the number line. Use pencil and scale to draw the line, and to mark the points also, please use the measuring scale. So I have marked it here. This would be point 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on. So this is how we represent natural numbers on a number line. Now what about whole numbers? It will also be done in similar way. But what would be the first whole number? The first whole number would be 0. And on the other side, line will extend indefinitely. Let's mark points at equal distances. Again, I am repeating, use a measuring scale to mark these points. They have to be equidistant. And now let's write down the whole numbers. First one was 0. Next one is 1, 2. If I tell you mark 7 on this line. So 7, where would 7 come? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we would be having 7. If you wish, you can put the numbers here also. 3, 4, 5, 6 and this would be 8. Let's go further. How can we plot integers? Recall what are integers? Integers will have all the whole numbers as well as negative numbers. So that means the first thing that we need to do is somewhere in the center mark point 0. That would be the reference point. Now integer is going to extend indefinitely on the right hand side. Now what about the left hand side? On the left hand side also, if you see, if we have minus 100, would there be any other number lesser than minus 100? Yes, there would certainly be. So other side also we will mark an arrow which actually shows that the line, number line for integers extends indefinitely on both the sides. Now let's see what next. Again, use your measuring scale and pencil. Plot points at equal distances, starting from the fixed point 0. So I am plotting it here. I am marking these points. Same way you are going to mark the points on the other side, and the distance between any 2 points should be the same. Now let's see what these points are. On the right hand side, after 0 we will get 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. What about the left hand side? Just after or just before 0, what do we have? We have minus 1, then we have minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. If we have to mark minus 6, it will be here. So I hope it is clear how to plot integers on a number line. Just a question. Which is greater, minus 5 or minus 4? My question is, which one is greater, minus 5 or minus 4? Had I asked you which one is greater between 5 and 4, even a class 1 child would also say 5 is greater than 4. Now, what about minus 5 and minus 4? Which one is greater? In this case, minus 4 is greater than minus 5. If you had answered it correctly, pat yourself. So, dear learners, I would just like to reiterate that as the numbers, especially I am talking of negative numbers, as we move away from 0, the value of the number decreases. What about minus 100 and minus 50? Which one is bigger? Minus 50 is nearer to 0. So minus 50 is greater than minus 100. On this number line, we have minus infinity on this side and plus infinity on the other side. So as we move away from 0 towards the left hand side, the value of the number keeps on decreasing. Now coming to rational numbers. What are rational numbers? You can just recall any number which can be written in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, is a rational number. That means rational numbers will have all integers, and along with that it will have the fractions also. So all integers it will have. So that means we have to plot the number line on similar pattern as integers. We mark 0 somewhere in the center. On one side it will be plus infinity, on the other side it would be minus infinity, and we'll then mark points on this number line using a measuring scale at equal distances. So mark these points. So I am marking the points on both the sides. We can mark the integers. So it is 1, 2, 3 and 4 towards the right of 0, and we have -1, -2, -3, -4. Now if I have to plot 1 upon 2, where will it come? First of all, 1 upon 2 is a rational number because it is written in the form P upon Q. P and Q are integers and the denominator is not 0. Now 1 upon 2. The first thing that should come to your mind is, between which two integers does 1 upon 2 lie? If you can directly answer it, it's good. If you have difficulty in answering it, you can always write it in decimal form, 0.5. And now from here it would be clear that 0.5 lies between 0 and 1. So 1 upon 2 lies between 0 and 1. What is in the denominator? Denominator has got 2. So the distance between 0 and 1 will be divided into 2 equal parts. Why 2 equal parts? Why not 3? You have to see what is the number in the denominator. So number in the denominator is 2. So we will divide the distance between points 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts. So if I have to divide it into 2 equal parts, I have to mark it here. Now you can see this is one part and this one is second part. 2 equal parts. So for dividing it into 2 equal parts, we just have to put 1 point. If we had to divide into 3 equal parts, we would be using 2 points. So 1 less we'll have to take. So this point is 1 upon 2. Suppose you have to plot 3 upon 2. Now 3 upon 2. In the denominator we have 2. So that means we have to divide the distance between 2 points, distance between 2 integers, 2 consecutive integers, into 2 equal parts. We start from 0. Between 0 and 1, we have already divided it into 2 equal parts. Now between 1 and 2 also, we divided it into 2 equal parts. Now it is 3 upon 2. Start from 0 and count till 3. From here to here it is 1, 2 and this is 3. So this point is 3 upon the concept better. We'll plot some fractions on a number line. Now here you can see that all the fractions, they are positive. We have 4 upon 3, we have 5 upon 3, we have 6 upon 3 and we have 7 upon 3. All are positive. So we can start, first of all, arrow on both the sides. This side we have minus infinity and the other side we have plus infinity. Now not necessary to put 0 in the center. we can start from 0 here, because we don't have to mark anything on the left hand, on the left side of 0. Now I'll take the distance between points little more. As I said, when we are marking the points, all you have to do is mark them at equal distance. This is my first point which I mark. So whatever distance you have taken, same should be the distance between the next point and the previous one. Use scale and pencil. Just see this. So we have marked few points starting from 0 on the number line. In all the given fractions, the denominator has 3. So if denominator has got 3, that means we have to divide the number line in 3 equal parts between any two integers. That means 0 to 1, we have to divide the number line in 3 equal parts. For dividing the number line in 3 equal parts, we have to put 2 points. So I put 1 point here and 1 point here. Again, they have to be equidistant. Kindly use scale. This was our point 0. This is 1, and between 0 and 1, now we have divided it into 3 equal parts. And for dividing in 3 equal parts, we have put 2 points. Same way, 1 and 2, we have to divide it into 3 equal parts. And for dividing it into 3 equal parts, we have to put 2 points. So this I have done. Let's move ahead and see. First point is 4 by 3. So start from 0 and go up to 4th point. So from here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this point is 4 upon 3. Then we have to plot 5 upon 3. Again start from this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is 5. So this is 5 upon 3. Now what about 6 upon 3? So if we move 1 ahead, this will be 6 upon 3. And if you do it, 6 upon 3 is actually 2. So 6 upon 3 coincides with point 2. And what about 7 upon 3? The next one would be 7 upon 3. So we have to start counting the distance from, look it backwards also. For example, the last one which we have drawn. Let's see what is here. Starting from 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this point, 7th point. Moving on to the next question. Plot 5 upon 8, 1 upon 8, 7 upon 8, 8 upon 8 on a number line. First step, a line has to be drawn using a scale and pencil. Put arrows on both the sides. Whether you write plus infinity, minus infinity, that does not count. But arrow has to be made on both the sides. That shows that the line extends indefinitely on both the sides. Now you see all the 4 fractions, all the 4 rational numbers, they are positive. So I can put my 0 here. Let me take the distance, equal distance. All you have to make sure is that distance between point 0 and 1 is same as the distance between point 1 and 2. Now this is, denominator has 8 in the, All the fractions have 8 in the denominator. So we have to divide the line between 0 and 1 into 8 equal parts. Now if we have to divide it into 8 equal parts, we have to put 7 points. Now be very careful while putting it up. 7 points. So 7 points at equal distances. So if I put it at the center of 0 and 1, that will be 1 point. So 3 points behind this point which I have marked and 3 points ahead. Then I'll get 7 points. Let me mark them. Now count the number of points. After 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and last one is 8. You can see also how many parts are there. This is the first part, second part, third part, fourth part, fifth part, sixth part, seventh part and eighth part. So for dividing the line into 8 equal parts, we have to put 7 points. Now let us see what do we do next. We will be marking the points. Now mark point is 5 by 8. Now where will be 5 by 8? Let's start from 0. Or I can plot 1 by 8 first. We have these points. 1 by 8, 5 by 8, 7 by 8 and 8 by 8. So let's start with 1 by 8. So after 0, the first point is 1 by 8. Then we have to see 5 by 8. So fifth point from 0. So this was the first point, second, third, fourth and fifth. So this point is 5 by 8. Then next point would be 6 by 8 and this one is 7 by 8. And what about 8 by 8? The point which corresponds with 1 is 8 by 8 because 8 by 8 is actually 1. Now let's see more. Plot 4 by 9 on a number line. Now I have to divide it into 9 equal parts. That means 8 points have to be taken. So you can use your scale and start marking equal distance points. First point after 0, this is the first point, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth and this is 9th. So 9th point is your 1. You can use your scale and maybe take all of them at 1 centimeter apart or half centimeter apart depending on the space that you have. Now see, have we divided it into 9 equal parts or not? How many points are there in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points are there. Check, you can check it like this also. This is your first part. This is your second part. This is your third part. This one is your fourth part. This one is your fifth part. This one is sixth part. Then seventh part, eighth part, and the last one is your 9th part. And we have to plot 4 by 9. So start from 0. Fourth point, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this point is, so in the next question we'll take some negative points. These are negative rational numbers. Steps remain the same. Draw a number line, put zeros on both the sides. Now we have to mark the points and all these rational numbers, they are towards the left of 0. So I can take 0 here. Let me mark 1 and 2. This is 1 and this is 2. In fact, it is 1 is on the other side, and towards the left we have -1 and -2. Now in all these rational numbers, in the denominator we have 4. That means we have to divide the line between point 0 and -1 into 4 equal parts. Now for dividing it into 4 equal parts, we have to mark 3 points. Let's try to mark equidistant 3 points. 3 points. Same way, 3 points here. I'm highlighting the points 0, -1 and -2, and also 1. Now between 0 and -1, we have divided it into 4 equal parts. You can count also the number of parts. Now we will start from 0. It is -1 upon 4. Minus sign only shows that we have to move towards the left hand side, towards the -infinity side. That is what the negative sign shows. Now from 0, how many points do we have to move? It is 1 by 4. So the first point is -1 by 4. The next point is -3 by 4. So from 0, the third point, first, second, third. So this point is -3 by 4. Then we have -5 by 4. This is first point, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point. So this point is -5 by 4. This would be the sixth point, and this is the seventh point. So seventh point is -7 by 4. So whether it is a positive rational number or negative rational number, just remember that we have to divide the line between two integers into equal number of parts. And how many parts are we going to divide them into? That is reflected by what is there in the denominator of the fraction, given fraction. Now in question number 5, you are given some rational numbers. Number line is there on which the rational numbers are marked, and you have to write the rational number for each point labeled with a letter. So just see, the first one is 0 by 5. 0 by 5 is 0 only. 0 divided by any number gives you 0 by 5. Now they have already divided it into 5 equal parts. Now if I want to see where is 1, how will we find where is 1 and where is 2? 5 equal parts. This is the first point, second part, first part, second part, third part, fourth part, and fifth part. 5 equal parts. You have to identify it from the denominator of the rational number. Then let's see. So this point C would be 1. Now let's see where would be 2. 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This point is 2. And 10 by 5 is anyway 2 only. Now let's look at what is the value of point A. Between 0 and 1, there are 4 points. That means the given line is divided into 5 equal parts. First part would be 1 upon 5. Second part is given to us as 2 upon 5. Third part is 3 upon 5. Fourth part would be 4 upon 5. Fifth part would be 5 upon 5. And see here, C is equal to 1 and C is equal to 5 upon 5, which is the same thing. Next point is 6 upon 5. Next one is 7 upon 5. So point D will be 8 upon 5. Point E would be 9 upon 5. And after 9 upon 5, we have 10 upon 5. And what is the value of 10 upon 5? It is 2, which is what we had written. Then we have, after 2, we have 11 upon 5, 12 upon 5, and 13 upon 5. So we now know what are the values of A, B, C, D, E, and F. We have already written them there. Now same way, second part, only in this case, it is towards the left of 0. This point is 0. Let's find where is minus 1. In this case, it is directly, you can see, this is minus 1 because it is minus 6 by 6. And minus 12 by 6 is minus 2. Even if you don't write it, minus 1 and minus 2, then also you will get the answer. But it is always better to mark the consecutive integers. Now let's see this. Check it also between 0 and minus 1. Is it divided into 6 equal parts? Because 6 is in the denominator. See the number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You can see from here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts are there. So let's see what is the value of G. So first one was 0. Then we have minus 1 by 6. Next one would be minus 2 by 6. Then next is minus 3 by 6 given. Minus 4 by 6 is also given. H will be minus 5 upon 6. Then next we have minus 1, which is minus 6 by 6. I would be minus 7 by 6. J would be minus 8 by 6. Next one is minus 9 by 6 given. Next one is minus 10 by 6. K would be minus 11 by 6. And the last point which is shown here is minus 12 by 6, which is equivalent to, which is equal to minus 2. So this is your home assignment. Kindly plot the given points on a number line. If it is in example, in this question, B and C, they are given in decimals. If you are comfortable plotting the decimal directly, that's all right. Otherwise, you can always convert it into fraction. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Om Shri Sai Ram.